Hey, I wonder, have you ever been in a place in your life where life hit you so hard that you wondered if you could come back up? Hey guys, my name is James Zhang, co founder of what's now known as the Warrior Movement. And today I want to share with you a message that I believe will empower you, that'll impact you, and also share with you some light and some origin stories on what is the Warrior Movement, what does it mean, and how can it help you, and what does it mean for you. So if that sounds like something interesting, definitely let people know about this. And I believe this was the solution that helped me go from a really desperate place into a place of prosperity, abundance, and life. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, put interesting in the comments below, and we're going to have some fun with you today. So, for those of you that don't know me, I've been a professional in the direct sales and network marketing profession for the last 15 years. 19 years old is when I first got introduced. And maybe like you, I wonder, when did you first get introduced to network marketing? Put that in the chat. Maybe you got introduced to Amway or Avon or Herbalife, or there's so many companies now that are in existence, a lot of great ones. But this was one of my early days. This was 2009. I was a broke college student at UC Berkeley, trying to be a medical doctor, super shy, introverted. And then I was looking just for some experience. And I got introduced to my first network marketing venture. And I love the concepts of personal growth. I love the concepts that if you wanted more, you could become more. I love the concept you can create your own freedom. Like, who here would love to have more freedom and flexibility in your life? Right? I think we all want those same things. And I got involved, didn't know my butt from my elbow, and I started to learn, changed. I love the culture and everything. And within a couple months, part time, this is early days in college, I was actually doing a presentation in my fraternity house in this picture. I leaned into the mess and everything. And a couple months part time, this industry was able to make me enough where I didn't need a part time job through college. That was my goal. And a couple years part time, I actually made enough where I didn't need a full time job, and it changed my life. You know, who here would love a full time income working part time? By the way, put me in the comments below if that is you. And along that way, what changed my life is I got introduced. What is network marketing? It's finding products and services that you love and sharing with other people and building sales teams to do that as well too. And I would say I got trained up in the old school, the belly to belly days, and house meeting after house meeting, like call after call. This is before the internet days, so you do what you got to do. And I got introduced, I remember, to this specific product, which is now known as the Body Balancing Skinny Drops. I was one of the first people to ever use and to share these back in 2012. And I was skeptical because I grew up a chubby kid. Any chubby kids, by the way? If you were, hey, chubby kids unite. And I was skeptical, but I was interested because if you can double your weight loss and it's healthy, why not do that? I read the clinical trials, used it, and I ended up losing 25 pounds in 40 days with no exercise. And I was amazed, and it changed my cravings. And since then, we use that as a business. And in our network market organization, we got really good at it, and we've transformed thousands of people's lives, all shapes and sizes and ethnicities and health issues and so many different things. Doesn't matter. Like the drops are super, super powerful. And combined with our systems and combined with our culture and everything, we were able to start to climb the road to quote unquote success. We weren't fast growers. We were slow and steady, but hey, if you do something consistent over time, it's going to grow, right? And at our height, in around 6 years, we were able to build a multiple six-figure business. And, we're on the stages, we got the trophies, we got the cool things, and everything was good until it wasn't, right? This business also, by the way, changed my life. If it wasn't for the income or the change or anything, the biggest win I believe that I had in this business, this is why I'm so passionate about network marketing, is my second recruit ever. Actually, if you take a look back at this, my second recruit ever in my network marketing career was this person who became my top money earner and later on actually became my now wife, of Becky Zhang and mom and all different types of things. So straight up, this business changed my life. So I wonder, what are your dreams when you're taking a look at a business, right? That's our story, but how about for yours? What do you want through a network marketing venture? Things are good until they weren't. And if you've been involved in anything in life for long enough, you know there's seasons. We never want the down season, do we? But that's just a reality of life. These things happen. And there was a shift that happened. And shortly after, in 2017, when business was amazing, shifts happened. And within a year, we went from hero to zero. We lost 90% of our business. We went from living the dream to living the nightmare. I ended up moving. We had to sell everything. Our lifestyle downgraded to the point that I had to move into a converted office room of my mother-in-law's. Think about that devastation. Like, I'm marrying the love of my life, I'm promising her life, and now moving in with the mother-in-law. And we just could not pick things up. And I remember at the bottom of the bottom, our team that you had just seen that was doing amazing, this was all we had left. And I was seriously debating quitting. Have you ever had a place in your dream where you felt like tapping out, right? Put me in the comments below if that's the case. And I'd submit to you, I believe that any dream is going to have that part that is going to look impossible. And I remember at the bottom, and I saw that picture and I said, why are we here in this business? We're here to be able to not just build our own dreams, but to build the dreams for others, to help serve the many. And I remember thinking to myself at the bottom, I was just wondering, like, what happened? What happened? What was the problem? What's the biggest problem in business? What's the biggest problem in network marketing specifically? What got us there? And there's a couple of different reasons. But if I were to label one thing, I wonder if you would resonate with me on this or not, is that there is a hustle culture that is not healthy. I grew up with the mindset of eat till faint. You hustle hard for 3 to 5 years. You build, you sacrifice everything, your family, your relationships. Like, I remember, even though we were making good money and our people were too, the reality was my home was my office. I never was able to enjoy my home because we're always doing meetings. I felt guilty actually going back and visiting family, and it hurt my family relationships. My friends, to be honest, like, I became very conditional with my friends. If transactional, if I couldn't make money with them, then why am I friends with you? Like, it became cold and draining, and it felt like everything was about business, and I felt guilty for not working, and all these things are the consequences of a hustle culture. Have you experienced that before? I wonder if you would agree, if that's been out there. Yeah, put agree if you do agree with that statement. And that foundation is not solid. That foundation, I've learned, will always lead into some type of implosion. Don't worry about the people that look like they're succeeding in a month, 3 months, a year. I want to build a legacy business. I'm sure you do too. I want to build multi-generational income and impact. I'm sure you do as well too. And I realized that God used this as an opportunity to prune things from me, this hustle culture. And at the bottom, I had to do a heart check. And I remember I was praying and I was asking the Lord, if you were to build a business, and I'm a person of devout faith, you may or may not be, but what would you build a business like? What would the culture that you build be like? And this is what I got. And I wrote it down in December 2017. I felt like he said, build an organization and a business that reflects the kingdom of God. Now, what does that mean? How about a place where people are loved, seen, and heard? How about a place where people are growing? How about a place where there is no hustle, right? Jesus, whether you believe in him or not, he did a lot of miracles. He did a lot of cool things. Never once in the Bible did it talk about him running, sprinting, fast walking, or skipping anywhere. right? He never hustled. So, what does this type of a culture look like? And is that something possible to build? So, that became lodged in my subconscious. And we started to then go out again. And who here knows that your dreams typically will take longer than you expect? We all want it yesterday. We all want it tomorrow. But the reality is, God cares more about who you become rather than what you get. So 2017, we wrote down that vision, but it wasn't overnight. And we were continuing to butt our heads against the wall saying, how do we build this thing up again? And we tried doing all the usual things, the things I knew. And this is what I realized because I've been so devastated and traumatized. And I wonder if you've been there as well too. I realized that just building a business and focusing on the business was not enough. Have you ever been in a place before where it felt like you took 2 steps forward, but then 3 steps back, where you started to self sabotage, where you started to just do things that you just got stuck? And I remember I was hustling as hard as I could. I was running as hard as I could, but it could not break through. And I was scratching my head because I'm like, James, you're better than this, right? You've done 1,000 presentations. The product's the same. It's like, why can't you do this again? And that's when I got this word of warrior from it. And what does that exactly mean? Well, take a look at this. And this was a statement that we started to pen down, and where the message, the warrior movement is not a team necessarily. It is a message. It is a philosophy. And I started to get this message of developing the inner warrior. Who here knows that you have an inner warrior within you? And what that looks like is this: I had to realize that in our lives, we're not compartmentalized. We're not just business. We're not just a mother. We're not just a mind. Like, we have different aspects to us. And I realized for me that if I wanted my business to do well, then I needed to make sure that I did well in all aspects. We have to look at the whole of ourselves. And I realized that I was so traumatized and unbalanced in my body, I let my health habits go away. In my mind, I had all this thinking going on. In my spirit, God had to do a work on me. And I realized that if I wanted to do well in my business, then I needed to start first from the things that led to the business. So I started to prioritize my body. I started to prioritize my mind, renew the mind. I started to prioritize the spirit. We are all 3 aspects in one. And as I started to build me, who here knows that you cannot pour from an empty cup? You have to make sure that you are overflowing first. And I started to prioritize that. Then, as a byproduct, good works comes out. As a byproduct, impact comes out, and business started to thrive. And I was like, wow, this makes sense. It helped me get out of that rut, and business was able to get back on track. We were able to get promoted again. Our team was able to thrive again. And that's when it dawned upon me that, if it was something that helped me, this message, this focus, then perhaps this is a message that could help others as well too. And thus we penned down a mission statement in around 2019 of the warrior movement. And I'll read this. This is the message. It's a family of committed, passionate, successful professionals dedicated to developing the inner warrior within us. Right? This was a manifestation of what does the kingdom of God look like. It's a family, right? This is not a boardroom business talk. In our business, we want a family, which means we got some dysfunction sometimes, right? Which is okay, but we're going to deal with it. We love each other unconditionally, right? We work through the hard times together. We're committed, we're passionate, and we're successful. We want the fruit, and we're professionals. It's huge. If we want to do things right, professionals, doing the right thing over time, integrity, character, all this is important. And what's our mission though? Our mission isn't to build just our bottom line. I've learned that if you focus on the money, you don't make the money. But if you focus on service, the money comes as a byproduct. If any of this is clicking or aligning at all so far, put clicking in the comments below. Our mission is to transform our families, communities, and society through health and wellness and entrepreneurship, and to love and empower others by leading inspiring lives. Become the example, serve others, utilize our amazing platform of network marketing, which I believe is the best evangelistic marketplace ministry tool that's in the world, a best way to impact a lot of people out there, because we deal with people all day, every day. And thus, we launched a movement. And I just have to give kudos and credit. I call this group the core because we were huddled up together around a campfire, essentially saying, all right, let's go hope something sticks. So a big shout out to Lily Lou from the left side, who was one of the originals that stuck around still, even when we lost everything. Loyalty and commitment, you cannot replace that. Major thank you for Pam Middleton, who's a retired registered nurse who stuck it through with us and was committed. We were on calls every single week, figuring things out. Who here knows, as a pioneer, you're going to make more mistakes than you have successes, right? So we're just trying to figure things out. Sean Nakamoto, who is actually one of Becky's first leaders in network marketing that was committed to the cause. Tammy Egbert, who came alongside right when we launched this whole thing and still committed with us till this day. And from that core and the many, many different meetings and everything, we started to move forward and we started to share this message. And it started to work really well in network marketing. Because if you build the right culture, as long as you have the right company and the right product, then it will build. Principles will build success. It's not the next tool. It's not the coolest new product. Straight up, if you're all about that, why is Amway still doing billions of dollars a year? Culture is key. Who here agrees that culture is important, right? Put culture in the comments below. So as we started to move forward with this message, then there came an interesting situation, because when you put the right people on the bus, that's what you want to do first. You then determine, where do you take the bus? People build the business. We went through an interesting shift. The company we were partnered with fell apart, went into bankruptcy for many different reasons. We're now at a crossroads. We have our mission, we have our message. Now the decision is, where do we go? And the drops in the compensation plan and that had a resurgence, and we had new owners come in, John Wadsworth and Darren Zobrist. And the question was, where should we as a community go? Man, there's a lot of places you can go in network marketing, right? There's 10,000 plus companies and everything. And we went out, this was in 2023, flew out to Utah, met with the owner, one of the owners, John Wadsworth, heard their vision, and we made a decision to say yes again. And why? Because if you're going to build an amazing culture in network marketing, you have to be very mindful on who you choose to build with, because it's a partnership. Unfortunately, what you're seeing right now is many companies in network marketing, corporate not doing their job, changing from network marketing to affiliate, for example, changing product formulations, making short-term selfish decisions that do not benefit the field, and ditching the original commitment. So if we're going to build something transformational in network marketing, then we have to make sure that we pick right. So why do we say yes again to network marketing? And why yes to John and Darren and Partner Co? Couple things. This company and the products have a history of over 25 years of history, from the drops all the way to our Tahitian noni juice. So these are products that have stood the test of time, are scientifically backed and not just a Me Too product. They're unique. People want them and people continue to use them. Who here is building a business because you want recurring income, right? You want recurring income. You want to build it and then have it continue to pay. My wife, Becky, shout out to her. She is always good on timelines. My timelines are horrible. We investigated PartnerCo in October 2022 before it was named PartnerCo. And then February 2023 is when PartnerCo officially launched the name. So why PartnerCo? Well, the products, number one. Number two, the founders have a 50-year vision, debt-free company, and they're committed to network marketing. They're a field-first company. They actually partner with us, and they make sure that we have what we need to do. They know how to run a big business. They are already in 50 plus markets officially. The infrastructure is there. You can build a global business. Who here wants a business that can pay you even when you sleep? Or you want a business where you can actually travel for fun? So these were all compelling reasons, but really it was their heart, and they back it up with a compensation plan that is rated #1 in the industry, that pays 50-50 and is sustainable. This comp plan is paid without fail for 13 years. Some people say, James, well, this other comp plan pays this much. Does it last? If you want to have longevity, then we need to make sure things are done properly. It's the healthiest comp plan I've seen that pays the best. I see leaders now say, James, in my previous venture, we did similar sales, but now we're making 3 to 4 times more with the same work. I've yet to see another comp plan that can beat what this one has. Only multi-line comp plan in the industry. It is a place that is super healthy. All right. We also have along the way. So what is it that we offer? Okay. The company itself also needs to protect. And I think what's super important and why we chose PartnerCo again is because there's also a Bill of Rights. This is a place that when they say that they protect us, they do, and it's in writing. The company can't just change your comp plan. The company can't just change the product and make it worse. The company needs to commit and still commit to their original agreement. These are things in writing that most other companies don't have. So PartnerCo, that's why we choose here. And that's why the company is going through some really cool momentum and everything. All right. If you love PartnerCo, put PartnerCo in the comments below. All right. So now we have this message. Now we've chosen our company. And now we continue to further the mission. We are in a time now that if you want to build a proper culture, if you want to impact the many, then we need to make sure that we build on foundational principles that are time tested, that are generational, that are truth is old, as Jim Rohn says. So there are still principles that work, but at the same time, there are innovations in technology. There are systems that we need to have. So along the way, in this journey, as we chose PartnerCo, we had an opportunity to continue to partner. Who here knows that it takes a team to achieve a dream? And I'm so thankful because along the way, we partnered with Cindy McKnight and Lindsay Yoakum. We partnered with James Lenhart and Angel Whitmire. And these are incredible industry leaders that have built 7-figure plus businesses, that understand social selling, that understand the latest and greatest of marketing and tools and automations and all these things, which I didn't know. All I knew was what I knew. But these people were experts. And as they saw the mission of where PartnerCo is going, as they saw the mission and the message of the Warrior Movement message, they said, why don't we all partner together? And what is it that we offer to people? If you're looking for something different, right? Here's a couple notes that I have on what you can expect from this message and what truly makes us different as an opportunity. Number one, systems and tools that allow you to have maximum impact, scale, and freedom of your time. Tools will never do the work by itself. You can't just plug and play an automated thing and expect money to roll in, right? We got work to do. But the most important work that we have, especially network marketing, we're in a relationship building business. We build people and the people build the business. If that makes sense, put makes sense in the comments below. This will always be a people building business. That is biblical. That is foundational. That is what the great giants like Amway do and continue to do. As technology changes and gets better, the thing that is even more important than ever before is who we are and what we do as people, as leaders. That is our job. Robots will never be able to do what we do. However, at the same token, it's important that we understand that if there are systems and tools and frameworks that allow us to be humans better and to be leaders better, to scale out and to delegate things, to spend time on the most important things, which is building people, and to spend less time on the back end things, to spend less time on things that could be automated. Okay. So what does that look like? Well, things that you can expect from this organization are done for you sales marketing funnels, right? So we can be relevant. Post COVID, where are people hanging out and buying stuff? They're not going to the stores anymore. They're going online. There's a ton of stuff. Funnels are very important. But instead of making it yourself, what if it's done for you? How about automations are important? I don't know if you've experienced this, but I know my network marketing experience, the part that I hated the most is following up with my people saying, hey, did you watch the video? Hey, what'd you think? And it's like, hey, you become that hey girl or that hey guy person. If you've experienced that before, put a me in the comments below, right? It's like, oh, it's like this. You got to follow up. The fortune is in the follow-ups. And even if you're good at it, it doesn't necessarily mean that your people are. People are more and more like, it's just a different culture now. People want to be independent and make their own decisions and buying choices. So what if you had automations that did follow up for you? What if you had a drip email marketing system, as we already have? If you've ever opted into an email campaign, we have this all the time. But what if that could be given to you, a done for you marketing system and funnels and automations? Shout out to Cindy McKnight and Lindsay Yoakum. They came up with the idea of what we call the machine. That's what it is. What does that allow you to do? It allows you to, instead of follow up on the business, to follow up on the friendship. You know what the follow up is now? Instead of, hey, did you watch the video? It's, hey, Lisa, how are the kids? All right, that's like what we're supposed to do, right? We build relationships, and because the automations are happening in the background, well, then they know that there's business, there's product, they know there's the thing. And you know what we've seen happen is prospects coming back up to their people saying, hey, can I buy the thing? Hey, can I join the thing? Because you have an infrastructure that's set up. So tools are important. How about the most innovative attraction marketing? You know what's different now? People don't like to go to business. People want business to come to them. Now, I'm an advocate of still inviting people. I'm an advocate of outreaching. I think if you start up a restaurant, you should promote. But at the same time, if you want duplication and scalability, especially in a day and age now where we're so used to things just given to us on a phone, instant, what if you can create simple ways to attract interest into your business instead of you going to them? So the average person, like me, when I was first introduced, I was scared to pick up a phone, can still do well in a business like this. So these are the types of things that we're talking about with systems and tools, and we're going to continue to upgrade and update because times are changing. Principles don't change, but times do. Put a 1 in the comments if you're still with me on that. So what's different and what can you expect from this organization? Systems and tools that allow you to scale. Oh, and a system, and you want a system that is system dependent, not leader dependent. You want a business that even if you have to go on vacation, even if you're with the kids, even if you want to actually enjoy life, if you want to sleep, if we're going against hustle culture, let the systems do the job so your people can duplicate and scale with or without you. That's how now we are growing a global tribe that is duplicating everywhere around the world, because it's not a James Zhang show. It's not an anyone show. This is the system. This is the tool, and it's anyone can do it. Okay. Number two, what else can you expect from this culture? You can also expect that there is, as systems are good, that there's also professional and relevant training. Now that we have the systems and tools out of the way, so you don't have to worry about that. What do I say? So they can say yes. Just follow the system. What if they ask me this question about the drops? Don't worry, it's in a script. Like, all these things are already done. That's the easy stuff. Let's focus on the hard stuff. The hard stuff is your mindset. The hard stuff is becoming sharper with your skill set. The hard stuff is leadership. The hard stuff is personal development. So what we're also huge on is professional and relevant training. We have coaching all the time. We have leadership development all the time. There is so much training on demand, live, everywhere, from all types of people, that when we build the people, then you will build the business. If you have all the tools, it doesn't mean you're going to succeed. If you have all the tools and you have the right mind state, then you can succeed. Remember, success is 80% mindset, 20% skill set. So make sure that we focus on the major things. So we're huge on this. Multiple masterminds, all types of. There's almost something daily that's happening. Macro scale, micro scale, it is the heartbeat. Remember, in the warrior movement message, it's about unleashing your inner warrior so that you can impact others. The only way to give to someone else is if first you become more. You cannot give what you do not have. Okay. So we are huge on training. We are huge on professionalism. We're not going to have our people walk around feeling like they're unequipped. I want you to walk out and feel like you are confident. You have posture. You know you're serving people, not begging people. That you know how to actually skillfully handle situations, prospects, teammates, leaders, all that, so that you can do things and be proud of it. If this resonates, put a me in the comments. You want to feel good. We talk about a profession. This is not a side gig. This is not a side hobby. This is not a lesser business. Hey, I gave up being a doctor so that I could do this, because I believe that network marketing done properly is the most beautiful profession in the world, the most fair profession in the world, that allows everyone an equal opportunity to be able to earn their keep, to do something amazing. We have systems, by the way, that'll help you make an extra $500 a month pretty quick. We also have systems, by the way, that can help you drive to six figures. We have what we call the 6 in 6 blueprint. That if you really want to make good money, can you? Yeah. Do you have to put in the work? Yeah. Can you do it? Yeah. We've seen in the last 7 months since we last did this blueprint, I've seen multiple people do this faster than what it is we're talking about. And they still have lives. They're still with their kids. They're not traveling all the time, going to meetings. And there's nothing wrong about meetings. We love everything. But the baseline, you can still enjoy your fruits while you do all of that. But let me give the last biggest piece. Systems are cool. Training's cool. But what's ultimately this warrior movement message about? What is the secret sauce? Well, if we're going against hustle culture and we're adopting what is known as a kingdom culture. Remember, the first vision is, what does the kingdom of God look like? Whether you're a person of faith or not, is we have a culture and a community and a collaboration of honor. This culture piece is the X factor, guys. This is why the team is exploding. This is why when people come in here, they got fertile soil and they're just like, wow, we just love it here. We just feel different here. Here's some important elements of culture. Honor. What's honor? The world wants to dishonor everybody. You look at politics, people just dishonoring people. Does anyone else get anxiety when you watch any of the political ads? You're like, oh, like, why are you throwing dirt? Why can't we just see people how God made people? We're made equal in his sight, right? Like, people are people. We're all broken. We all got stuff. We all want to do our best. We're all messed up. We're messed up people trying to help each other, right? So no one's better, no one's lesser. We all have unique giftings and talents and everything. So when we honor people for just being people. So you're going to find a culture of honor, not based on how much you've done in your business or not. There's other cultures where if you're a massive producer, you're like the favorite. Here, you're a person. We love you, period. Now there's meritocracy. Of course, can you earn more levels of trust and collaboration and leadership? Of course, that's important. But it's important that baseline, when people come in, they feel loved, seen, and heard. If you're a part of the community, by the way, do you feel that? Right? Let us know in the comments. I hope that that's what you feel across the board in all the teams and all the leaderships and all the tribes, that at the end of the day, you feel like, I just feel like people care about me genuinely. And they don't care about me because I can increase their bottom line. They care about me because I love them. That's the key. Love will conquer all. So honor is huge. What else is huge in this? It's a leadership collaboration. We're a place that we don't want to just be one person. I'm not that smart, guys. I am really not that smart, but I am smart in some things. You're smart in some things that I'm not good in. I am a learner. I am a teacher. I am a culture carrier, but I'm not organized for sure. Ask my wife. I am not good with tech. That's where we got James Lenhart, for example. I'm not a pro at social selling. Thank God for Cindy McKnight and Lindsay Yoakum. Like there's a lot of things that you're good at that I'm not, but I'm good at that you're not. So what if we just come together? Partner Co's tagline is better together. What if we just collaborate and build the biggest thing in the world? Right? So that is in the culture that we want your giftings. We want you to add to the mix. Let's just be better together on that. And the last thing in the culture that I think is super important is just having fun. Like life is too serious. Can we just have fun? You know what's fun? Progress equals happiness. When you're growing, when you're doing something that you feel like you have alignment in, when you love what you do, you love who you're around, you just love the impact that you're making, you're challenged, you're growing, you're getting promoted. And it's not even the money will come, right? You know, I found most of the time, we really don't talk about money too much because money is just the reward at the end. People will make the money when they just do the thing. What people love more is the growth. What people love more is the impact. And people do make good money as well too, right? I won't make any income claims on this. But it's so key that you have fun again with leveraging the systems and tools that actually work, where you're not scratching your head saying, man, what do I do next? In having a culture that even if your upline isn't your mentor, which happens a lot of times, you have many mentors in collaboration, where even if you have a problem, you can instantly go find a solution somewhere where you don't feel alone. And you just love what you do and you love who you're becoming and you feel proud of that. When you have that type of a culture and you have fun, you're just in it for the races. So thank you for sitting with me through this. It's been a long journey, a 15-year journey of this warrior movement message, which has now grown and grown and grown. It's not a team. It's not even an organization. It's kind of like how there's United States is the country, and then there's a Declaration of Independence. It's a message. The warrior movement message has now taken on so many different forms and so many leaders and so many different places. And we love everybody. We're truly better together. It's an honor to be partnered with a company like Partner Co. and these amazing drops. It's an honor to be partnered with all of our different tribes and communities and leaders and everyone. It's an honor to be able to represent God's kingdom. And that's our mission. And I believe as long as that's always the foundation, then transformation is happening. That's why this team, as I'm doing this live right now in August 22nd, 2024, the last month alone, 3,000 new partners partnered here, specifically in this organization, because of everything that we talked about. So, concluding is this: if you're partnered with us, I hope this empowered you more. It's an honor to partner with you. We're just so thankful, because I remember when it was a struggle just to get one person to say yes. Thank you for being a culture carrier. If you're not a partner yet and you're watching this, if this aligns, consider partnering with us. Get back to the person that connected you to this. We have so many different amazing leadership supports. You're going to be in the best of hands. So I just want you to hear from me where things came from and where things are always going to be. And we are just getting started, everyone. It is so fun to see what's about to happen. Let's transform the world. Let's transform network marketing. Let's transform our communities or families or societies. Let's unleash your inner warrior, because it is your obligation. It is your responsibility, all of ours. Someone's waiting for you to step up. Who's that going to be? All right. Other than that, God bless. Thank you. Talk soon.